Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review of A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I'm going to try to make this as spoiler-free as possible because my vlog was very spoilery filled because I was just reading it and saying my thoughts throughout the entire book. So I wanted to be able to create a review that was more non-spoilery for those of you who have been contemplating this series. This is the first book in a 5-book series. This is 46 chapters long, and this particular book was 416 pages. So I was able to read it in 3 days, which was actually really nice. Overall, I gave it 4 stars. I super enjoyed it, but there's always room for improvement, and there's, more stuff that can come. So this book is about this young woman who is living with her 2 sisters and her father, and they have fallen from being super wealthy and they are now living in poverty, and she has to kind of hunt in order for them to even get food on their table. One day she kills a wolf, and that wolf turns out to be a fairy. The fairies are ruling above them in the north, and they've heard terrible things. These fairies are monsters and all of that. And so once she kills this fairy that she honestly didn't know was a fairy, another fairy comes and kind of takes her to live with him as kind of payment for what she had done. And so throughout this book, we get to see her sort of come to know this specific fairy and some other fairies, and there's just a lot of really interesting things involved. Stuff that she believed to be true that has been said about them turns out not to be true. And also just, I don't know, we get a lot of different things. We get some love, we get some curses, we get some super crazy powers, we get friendships. We get to learn that there are a bunch of types of fae, which I did not realize was really a thing. So it's a really cool thing that this book did. It's so easy to read. The chapters are they're not too long, and sometimes they're short, but the chapter sizes are perfect. I super enjoy it. We don't get to meet a whole lot of characters in this book because I know that this world is full of a lot of characters, but that's actually okay because it gets you into the story. The pacing for the majority of this book is pretty slow, but that's okay because it gets you immersed into this world and it gets you used to the Fae realm, which is called Prithian, and you get to learn a little bit more about it. There are some twists towards the end. There is a lot of there's not really much violence in this, which is nice because I don't care. I mean, I go either way on violence, but there wasn't a whole lot of it in there. There were some adult sexual scenes, but they actually weren't that bad compared to some of the stuff that I've read. And so this one was fine. So something crazy kind of happens at the end of this book, but I find myself always rooting for Feyre. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. I mean, it's nothing too deep. It's not too crazy. It's kind of crazy, but I super, super enjoyed it, and I honestly can't wait to read the second one. I don't want to say too many things because I don't want to give away any spoilers because I do want this to stay spoiler-free, and so I think that's all I'm going to say on this. I super enjoyed it. If you've been contemplating it and you like fantasy and romance and fae stuff and a little bit on the lighter side, I would definitely pick this up. I really enjoyed it. It's super easy to read. If you don't like it, then you can just put it down. It doesn't matter, but I recommend it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm super excited for the rest of this series. So now with that being said, guys, for those of you who have read this series and want to keep up with me on a more day-to-day basis, I do post on TikTok every single day little updates of what I've been reading, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. Anyone even interested in this series, make sure to be subscribed. I will post these spoiler-free reviews, and for those of you who do want the spoilers, I will be posting reading vlogs of each of these books as well that will be completely filled with spoilers and everything that I'm learning about and processing. So make sure to be subscribed to my channel so you can follow along. Give these videos a thumbs up if you liked them, and I'll see you guys in the next book. Bye!